Recently, Google dropped their new AI image model called Nano Banana, which is currently a state-of-the-art image model. It is capable of things like easy thumbnail generation. What's really nice about it is it has image consistency. So this is an image of me. This is the original image. I wanted to prompt me and the robot dancing. It then made me and the robot dancing. Now, what we're gonna be going over in class today is a more in-depth explanation of what Nano Banana is, what's possible now with Nano Banana. Again, this is new technology. None of this was possible about 6 months ago. So this is completely new, cutting edge tech. Like, I cannot emphasize enough. This is the most cutting edge tech that currently exists to date that you could learn right now and of course, make money with it. Because I love teaching you guys for free. And this shit is really fun. But you know what? We also do AI stuff for? Because we want to make money. We live in a capitalistic society. And if you're a little bit creative, you can make a lot of money with this new market gap that is currently just open, bro, which is there's so much gold just sitting at the table. And you just need a little skill set and a little willpower and a little determination to make a lot of money with it. We are then later going to go into combining Nano Banana with video models like VO3 so that we could make cool gens like this with consistency. Consistency is a very key word here that is now possible because of Nano Banana. These are all separate image gens done through Nano Banana that is then animated with VO3 that takes the users through a journey. So you can imagine if you're posting these short forms on TikTok, the brain rot would go crazy and you would gain an audience. And you know what you could do with an audience? You could market and sell to an audience and get sponsors and get money. So at the end of the day, that is the main, oh, that was sick. That is the main motivation here for learning this tech. And then we're going to go more into the expert level style of prompting. We're gonna explain what JSON prompting is and how we could make precise, specific, and perfect edits plus videos with it. And that is basically it for people coming in from Twitch or YouTube. I'm currently doing this class live in my AI Discord, which is completely free to join and will be in the description. If not, if you go to my Twitter, if you go to my Twitter, it is the first Discord description right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the intro. So let's just get right into it because I just want to start blasting things. So I showed you guys the primary examples here. Wait, let me move my Discord chat to the side real quick. So I could go here. Now, again, if you guys just want to hop right into it and start playing with it from my explanations, go to aistudio.google.com. And once you're in AI Studio, you could select the image model right here. Once you select the image model, you would just click Nano Banana, and then you could just start prompting images. So I showed you guys this, which is how I made a thumbnail. I want to kind of explain this more in depth. Also, I don't know if the music is too loud for like the Twitch stream or YouTube. Pretty sure Discord is fine. But by the way, if you guys have any questions, I have chat open now, so feel free to keep asking in the chat. But kind of overlying and overlooking this AI Studio gen I did, I want to show you first how I made the original base image. Because as a content creator, I struggle with thumbnails. And if you are familiar with YouTube, thumbnail is the most important part. There is literally no point in making a video if you cannot make a good thumbnail. You need a good idea, a good title, and a good thumbnail, because if people don't click your video, people ain't gonna watch your video. So there's a lot of psychology that goes into that, and a big pain in the ass when it comes to making these YouTube thumbnails is I gotta find people who could make me a thumbnail. I gotta find people who could like actually do a good job. And more importantly, I gotta wait for them. I gotta wait for a human being that has a life to actually do this for me, which is a giant pain in the ass because I don't wanna wait. I just wanna get that shit done. And I was able to literally prompt this in 30 seconds. So to take you guys through the workflow so you'd get a hint of the creative process and how something like this could work is originally, right, I really like this as inspiration. So a lot of what you're going to be doing when it comes to actually grabbing and making images, especially using Nano Banana, is you want references. References are very important because references tell the AI image model exactly what you want. Now, in this case, I really like the Claude Code reference. This is from the Claude Code overview site. It was literally this terminal. I was like, yo, that looks cool. I have a vision in my head. Screenshot. So I literally just screenshotted it. And then in this case, I was testing out ChatGPT. I honestly, I could have just used Nano Banana for this, but just to show you guys the process. Where is the terminal? Oh, okay. So, because I like ChatGPT for base image gen. So there's a lot of different models that exist out there that do good image gen. Nano Banana does good image gen too. I mostly use it for editing, but in this case, I use ChatGPT to create a base reference, right? So I'm like, cool, I like this style, and then ChatGPT logo was important in the thumbnail. So I was like, can you make me a terminal that says better than Claude Code? And I really like these two styles. All right, so first ChatGPT made me this base image gen. Now I wanted to personalize it. I wanted to put myself in it. So I took the screenshot of me thinking, and I was like, okay, add a white outline of the person to the thumbnail at the bottom while keeping the terminal main highlight. Then what it did is it made this. That was like, wow, that's not really what I expected. I thought it was gonna get me and put a white outline over me, but I was like, this is super clean. So I ran with it, and then I was like, okay, let's make the text a bit easier to see. So again, each process, I'm just iterating. I'm looking at it and I'm giving the AI model feedback, and we're just improving bits at a time. So I'm like, cool, this looks good. Let's add a white outline around the text so it's easier to read. So perfectly adds a white outline around the text so it's easier to read. Boom, that was a good thumbnail. Now, if I go to YouTube right now, just to go look, I'm pretty sure the video is doing well. So let me see. So I posted a ChatGPT master guide. Yeah, like this is doing pretty decent for a video with the thumbnail. So this was very helpful. Set it up. It's very easy to see on YouTube, which is great. Cool. Now I have a base thumbnail template that I could use across the board. Now we could start doing things like this, where once I made an initial image that I liked, so I just showed you guys the full process and what went behind making this image, then making new images is really, really easy at this point, because all you need is an idea. So for Nano Banana, I'm thinking in my head, okay, you know what would be a sick thumbnail? This, clear words with dollar signs, because people like money, right? So that'll get a lot of people's attention. I'm pretty sure it got a lot of your attention too in chat, which is why I did it, which is great. But I literally just prompted, edit this thumbnail, right? Keep the background color, keep the Mac window style aesthetic with the 3 dots on the top left and window bar, but remove the text, logo, and person silhouette. Instead, make the green yellow with text that says make money, and add a drawing of a yellow banana that matches the aesthetic. So this is important. So I'm going to explain what I did here, because this is general prompting, not only for images, but also for AI in general. I gave it a thumbnail and I gave it a reference image. The first thing that I did is explain what I liked about the thumbnail. If you explain what you like, the AI model will not change what you like, and instead focus on what it should change. So a lot of good prompting in general, not just for AI images, but in general prompting, is explain what you like. So what you like doesn't change because you like it, and then explain what you want changed. So the AI keeps what you like and changes what you don't like. In this case, we are explaining, keep the general aesthetic, keep the thumbnail aesthetic, but change the text and change the image and get rid of the logo. Perfect gen. Literally exactly what I had in my head. Perfect gen. Now we could take this and we could repeat this process with the same base AI image. If I go through and let's say that, let's go here. Let's say that, okay, I literally just paste in this image and I have a new thumbnail where I am explaining, like next class I want to do AI character personalities. So I would follow the same formula where I would just copy and paste this. Because, okay, again, a good thing to do is if you have a prompt that works, that you really, really like, you should save that prompt. Prompting is very sensitive, where if you change potentially a word, it could mess up the whole prompt. So if you have a specific string of words that generated something very good, you should keep that and run with it, because it's very good. So in this case, for the next class, I'm like, I want text in orange that says create engaging characters. And then with a simple image that follows the style, that looks like, there's a personality, a brain, I guess. So if I run this and I want to follow the same thumbnail style, what should happen is, also it's pretty fast. So like right now we're about 10 seconds in. Boom. It took 10 seconds to then re-edit the thumbnail and make a good aesthetic. So real quick, we were talking about how do you make money using this style. Just off rip, off these, let me clear it. Just off rip, off those couple examples, a really big business is creating engaging YouTube thumbnails. So there is literally a site called YouTube Jobs, YT Jobs, which is a jobs creator dashboard. And a very important skill set that is needed for every single YouTube video is a thumbnail designer. And thumbnail designers could make $30 to $50 to $200 per thumbnail, depending on how good you are. Now, previously, the skill required you to have expert level Photoshop skills. Now, it just requires you to have expert level prompting skills, which is a lot easier and a lot faster than time. Now, again, a lot of this is how do you advertise yourself? How do you market yourself? How do you pitch yourself to people? Where I think a very easy thing to do is really, if you're a creative, so it's like you can make shit gens. You can also make good gens. Like, bro, if I didn't have access to AI, but I really like this aesthetic, I would easily pay $50 a thumbnail for something like this. And you could just start grinding up a client base. Now, in terms of consistency, let's take products, for example, because this is a huge one for marketing agencies. So if I go through, did I mean to close? Okay, close this. So this is a huge one for marketing agencies. Let's say that there is a product, like a can of Red Bull. Actually, hold on. Red Bull's not sponsoring me for this. Generic orange juice. Okay, okay, generic orange juice. I like Simply Orange. Cool. Let's go with this. Let's say that I have a product like this. All right, I got orange juice. Oh wait, this one slaps. This is the exact orange juice I'm actually drinking right now. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I have a specific product that looks like this. What's very important is we don't want the image to actually change. And ChatGPT does an okay job at really not keeping it. But Nano Banana does a fantastic job at not changing the image model at all. So let's say that I had an image of myself. I took this for like a thumbnail. Right? It's just a photo of me smiling and holding the juice like this, right? Let's say you got a model and you're like modeling the model and you want specific exact product placement. Let's try a prompt where I want a photorealistic, make the man hold the orange juice. I'm just keep it that simple, to be honest. Make the man hold the orange juice. So what you could do in Nano Banana and AI Image Studio is you could combine multiple elements of an image. So you could have one main image, and then you could have a bunch of other images that showcase an item you want. And it does it puts the image in, it just edits it, but it looks kind of bad. So what if I add more specific prompting, where I'm like, make the orange juice blend in with the background, make it as realistic as possible. And I think sizing and make it twice as big. So there's a couple ways you could go about editing and playing around. Because again, maybe you won't get a perfect gen off rip, but again, prompting is everything. Prompting is the biggest part of this. So there's two ways we could go about this. One is we could just continue, right? Because Nano Banana has the original images plus the image it made, now we could give it feedback, because all of these images are in its context history, right? So I could say, make the orange juice blend with the background, make it as realistic as possible, and make it twice as big. It looks fake. So what if I just give it feedback saying it looks fake right here? So this is method number one, is just following through the prompt and giving it feedback. Yeah, doesn't really look that good. Now method two is we could delete these. So if you go too far down a chain of chat history prompts, it will look worse and worse over time. So one thing you could do that I usually do and recommend is from just restart completely from the start, where you have the image and you have the original person, and then we enhance the prompt here. So I'm gonna try this prompt, but I have a feeling this prompt isn't that good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a model. Like, look in chat. You just made, wait, this is sick. You just made a GTA style thumbnail with this. Like, bro, that's sick. Literally, that's actually so sick. You took his thumbnail. This is his profile picture. And then he made a GTA style thumbnail. Like, that's it, bro. Perfect. That's amazing. Good job. That's exactly what we're doing this class for. So, in this case, okay, it did make it bigger and it did listen. It's also possible the original element is just kind of like too fake looking. But another thing we could do is something I like to call meta prompting. So meta prompting is when you use AI to prompt AI. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screenshot of this specific instance, and let's try ChatGPT 5 instant for now. Usually I use Claude, so I'll also run up Claude just so you guys can see the differences and we could compare them. So same thing, paste in the image. And then importantly, I want to take a screenshot of the prompt I wrote as well as the output, because it's very good for the meta prompting LLM to have a visual indicator of what that specific prompt, what this prompt right here wrote. Right? So it's good to see the output. And then I'm going to explain, I guess, my frustration where I need a much more detailed prompt for this AI image prompt generator, because the orange juice looks fake and isn't really blending into the background. I'm going to say return to me a prompt that makes the orange juice gen look realistic, starting from the first prompt. We're going to reprompt it completely. So let's see if this works. We're going to give this to Claude and we're going to give this to ChatGPT to help us re-engineer the prompt. Would you also like to create a negative prompt? Also, that's good. Okay, real quick, just looking over this prompt, let's see what Claude does. Okay, so what I failed to explain in both of these models is you can see it's kind of redoing a young man with curly hair sits in living room. I don't want it to explain the image. So I'm going to say don't re-explain the image. Use wording like put the orange juice into the hand of the man in the first reference picture, because the model already knows what images exist. So I'm just going to reprompt this to make sure that it is focused on Google's Nano Banana's specific prompting style, because all these models have a specific prompting style. Oh yeah, this is a good prompt. So after explaining, don't re-explain the image, but instead speak more in Nano Banana's language style. Again, you have to explain what the language style is. The prompt is now put the orange juice into the hand of a man in the first reference picture, make the bottle twice as large, seamlessly blended with the scene, match the room's lighting and color temperature. I like color temperature, this is a good one. So the orange juice looks naturally photographed in the environment. Naturally photographed in the environment is good. Add realistic depth, shadows, and reflections on the bottle that align with the light sources. Ensure the base of the bottle rests convincingly in his palm with a subtle shadow and slight hand compression. Like, these are all nice words. I hope this makes a good prompt. Also, I like that it added a negative prompt here. But let's try without the negative prompt. So let's just reprompt this. and go through. I would say that's slightly better, but I think the original element looks too fake. So let's go through examples on Twitter and see. Actually, what does Claude say? It's possible the orange juice, this image just looks too fake. Or is this too low quality? Wait, let me try a different orange juice. 4K image of orange juice bottle. It might help more. Ooh, that looks high quality. Yeah, let me try a higher quality image, and then we'll go to Twitter. So delete these prompts. Get this, and then get this, and then use that same prompt and see how that does. I think the shadows are too harsh. What if we simplify it? Put the orange juice on the man's hand. What if we simplify it because it's a higher quality image? So there's a lot of play testing you want to just like do. And I'm also probably gonna run into this. I mean, that looks better-ish. Let's go on Twitter so I can show you guys some of the Twitter examples I saw that are sick. Just so we could continue to see all the different prompt examples that are possible. And then we'll get into bringing, the Discord streams are back, yes. And then we'll go into bringing these to life with VO, so then we could have like sick animations that show. Oh, I completely forgot to also show this. Just as an example, this is a site, this is a game dev market site where people sell game assets. Now, artists, and by artists, I mean people who draw manually by hand. You're gonna fucking hate me for this. But I'm sorry, this is a $50 pack, bro. People are paying $50 for this pack. That's a gen. That's a prompt. It's a prompt. That's a prompt. Comic style for $3. It's a prompt. But people pay for these, right? And again, crazy statistic that I'm fairly certain is still a thing is about 10% of people in the entire world use ChatGPT on a weekly basis and are familiar with AI. That's 10% of humanity that is familiar with this tech. You have 90% of humanity that has no idea what the fuck is going on, in which you are basically a wizard selling them magic that they have no idea how it works. There's a AI illiteracy is a huge thing. That is an insane untapped market. So now we're just gonna go through some experiments that I thought are pretty cool. This is a prompt where this guy grabs this original reference of a woman and goes, make this a how to draw example with 4 progressive changes showing the development of the minimal sketch. Which is pretty sick. I don't know if you guys saw like the how to draw memes. But just I want to show you guys first all these examples because it shows you what's possible with the model, which allows you to experiment more. Because you saw, oh, I know that worked, so what if this will work? So that's kind of the mindset I want to get you guys in right now. But going through the step by step, boom, 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 boom. You can see it does a really good job at literally grabbing that reference image. There are variations it does too, which is like the how to draw example. So just the AI's ability to remember the base foundation of the model is bonkers. This guy says, so this was posted today, where here's a little trick when using Nano Banana. If you want to swap the background, instead of replacing it in one step, first replace it with green, then use that image to make a new background. This will get you much better integration between the subject and the background. So he says, don't take the original image and then just change the background. Take the original image and then prompt it to make the screen behind him green to isolate. So someone on Twitter actually just asked me this. So this is the answer to your question directly. Someone said, can it isolate elements and create layers off a single image? So the answer is yes. You could grab an original image, isolate the element, turn it into a green screen, and then put it into an actual image. Now, when you do this, I want to give a disclaimer that the more you prompt a single image, the quality is going to lessen over time. Like, it's going to get a bit more pixelated per gen. There are images that exist. There are AI models that exist that literally upscale an image for you. So let me sign into this real quick, just so I can show you guys. So a solution for generating something with any AI image model, specifically Nano Banana, as you're going through gens over time, is you can just upscale the image to bring it back to high quality with AI. So there are AI image upscalers that turn a pixelated image into a 4K image. It's pretty bonkers. So it's like, this is an example. It's like this is low quality picture of Elefante. And then you could upscale it so it looks better, right? It's not so pixely. You could kind of see the one-to-one difference as I'm like swiping through it. So solutions like this exist. There are also different AI image upscalers. I have no idea which this one is. I just clicked on a random one. But if we go to FAO, oh, by the way, this is FAO. This is an amazing developer platform. So when we get into, I guess, coding more, FAO has all of the AI image models in it. So if you wanted to create a product or a platform using Nano Banana and combine it with other images or upscale it, like you could quite literally program a pipeline where you could upscale an image. So you could generate an image, put it together, and then upscale the image. And you could just automate that pipeline in your own custom code base with AI, which is crazy. So that's just an example of upscaling images. I don't know how long this one is going to take, but that's pretty quick. Yeah, look at that. Super pixely. And then the woman's face gets upscaled. But yeah, play around with the different upscaler models that exist because there is a lot out there. Now, going back to the different examples. So that was good. You could fake people. I kind of want to do a TikTok series where like I take a selfie of myself and then just like Photoshop me and just like Nano Banana me with different celebrities and let's like make a bullshit story and just post about it and see if they go viral. So I'll probably try that and let you guys know. This is a really good usage case example in which you have, right, like these reference images of these people, of these women, and this. So okay, so this is sick. This is like actually hyper. This is hyper meta. What's happening in this image specifically? Wait, why am I not? Okay. So what's happening in this image specifically, just so you guys get a reference of this full prompt, because this is badonkers, is we have reference image 1, which are the people, right? There's 3 elements, 3 circled elements. You have the pink element, blue element, and the red element. And then in this image, you have the background image, or I guess reference image number 2 that you want to place them in, right? This person just overlaid the circle in the image. So the circle is a part of the image. Put them in the reference images like this. And it just said, place the 3 women from image in chairs talking happily to each other in image 2 corresponding to the matching colored circles. Blended environment as hyper real. Enhanced final result. Oh, is that what did I just have to say enhanced final result? Huh. And now we got the woman from the first image in their circled positions, happily talking to each other, hyper blended in with the environment, which is sick. There's a lot of use cases just from this image alone. So I want you guys to like really soak this in because this is crazy. Okay. So that was a great example of one. There's one really cool one I'm trying to find. Oh, okay. This was pretty sick too. So this is what I meant. but you could, so I think this is all one image. So this is all one image. So the photo of this guy and these glasses and this pants, these pants and this shirt and the off-whites and this tiger and this specific car, that is literally just one image. Like, these aren't separate images put in Google via, this is one single image as a collage. And at the bottom, it was able to prompt just from that one single image. I don't know if you can, yeah. All the elements of the guy wearing the glasses, wearing this specific shirt, wearing these specific pants, wearing these specific shoes in front of this specific car with this specific tiger. Like that, just this by itself is fucking crazy. I don't, pardon my French, but I don't have any other way to explain like how crazy it is. Just like that image alone. And then of course, using image to video technology, you could bring it to life. And like do a zoom in on the shoes, do like get a back image of a car, make like these crazy car edits. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but this is it. Wait. Yeah, like wearing the glasses with the same guy, wearing the same shirt. Like just badonkers, bro. Now you can imagine how much this is worth to a marketing agency or a modeling agency. I'm not too familiar with that world, so if any of you guys are, but I do have a friend that does work with models, and I do have a friend that does work with marketing agencies. So as a real quick kind of side distraction, actually, let's say, you know what? Let's say we do want to target these like ad agency, market agencies, creatives. Because a lot of what I personally do is consult creatives, right? There is a tool. I would say the first question is, how do we even find these creatives to work with? Because again, one of the main things of this class is we want to make money with it. So I would like you guys to try this. The first question that I would write here. Wait, can you not hear? Can everyone else hear except Luffy? Okay. Reconnect. So I would say, okay, everyone's saying they could hear. I can hear perfect. Okay. Reconnect. If he can't. Okay, so check this out. So first question on how we make money. How do we find the people to pitch to? I would say this is vital. Because in terms of, let's say you do find someone, you do find a marketing agency, they clearly don't use AI. They're clearly like, I've been saying this term, it's called legacy business, legacy company. I consider any business that doesn't use AI technology a legacy business. And the biggest money loop you could make here is contacting these legacy businesses. So it's a three-step process on how you make money with this, okay? Because this is kind of what I do for consulting, but I never outreach to people. People just kind of come to me because I put myself out there. You can also put yourself out there and people will come to you. But if I wanted to like heavily increase my clients and like get a lot more business, I would do this process where I would reach out to people. So I would say process to finding clients. Specifically finding clients that you could sell shit like this technology and these gens and this ability to, right? Is I would say step one is first like find someone you're targeting. So it's like, this is what people want. This is why people will give you money. Like why people will give you money in the first place for this tech. Right? First reason is you are saving them time. This is the biggest thing. I explained at the start, bro. This thumbnail took me 30 seconds to generate. You know how much time? I guess not this one. You know how much time this saves me? Like, oh, if I had someone do that for me, I would pay them so much money. You're saving them time. Time equals money. These agencies do all these crazy shots and set up these crazy scenes and set up these models and dress them up in a specific way. I want to put a sponsor in the back. And you know how much setup time that takes? Or you could prompt it. They're not going to fucking know. If it's good enough, no one's going to know. That's the thing. It has to be good enough. So that's why you practice this. So time equals money. If you could pitch that you save them time with this tech, they will pay you. And that's pretty much the main focus. You just want to explain to people how you are saving them time by either teaching them this AI technology or doing work for them using this AI technology. Another cool thing is, this is something to keep in mind, and this is what I've realized when it came to my personal clients and like people who hit me up. People don't know what's even possible, right? This is a big thing. Why would I walk up to you and like, why would I pay you for a service if I don't even know what your service is? It's a knowledge issue. People don't even know what's possible. Everything I'm showing you guys today, I would say like, I don't know, like 0.5% of humanity probably knows what's going on right now with like this level of tech. Very little people. There's some like trends that go on TikTok and then they show this tech and everyone's like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then they forget because they scroll to the next video and their dopamine receptors get wiped. That's who you're dealing with, by the way. That's your competition. Brain rotted people who just scroll on social media all day. It's literally a fucking disease. It's crazy. I did research on it. Anyways, people don't know what's possible. So if you show them what's possible and then show them how you could save money with what's possible, they will be eager to throw money at you. They will literally beg to throw money at you if you could prove your skill set. And then I would say is prove your skill set. Let's say you find a marketing agency or a modeling agency or a creative agency or some sort of company. A lot of these companies exist. It's like, prove your skill set off of rip. You could probably see what they're working on. And I have gotten cold emails where people just email me, or I've seen cold emails work where people just email like a prompt, right? So let's say like, hey, I saw this off your site. I made this to make it better. I made this in 30 seconds with AI. Check it out. And like that will grab someone's attention. Now, as a real quick side, okay, you kind of get the general idea of how you pitch to people and the psychology behind this. If you want to learn the deeper psychology, highly recommend doing a ChatGPT research prompt, specifically a deep research prompt on the psychology of pitching and psychology of why people will pay you, and learning a lot about that. Because once you have this knowledge, guess what? That knowledge turns into a prompt. It sounds scary, and I don't want to say this in a specific way, but I have and I was able to do deep research on the psychology of a specific audience I was targeting and use their psychology map to generate copy using AI that hits the depths of their brain and their psychology to sell or pitch them something. That is a possibility. You should look into it. Maybe I will do a class, but if you understand what I'm talking about, you should try it because it works, and I'm telling you that it works. We'll leave it at that. But final question, where do you find these people in the first place? All right, so like boom, you get the idea, you know how to pitch to them. Where do you find these people? Cool, LinkedIn. All right, but specifically, you don't just want to go on LinkedIn and find people. There is a AI app called Exa.ai that has this powerful feature called websets. What does this do for you exactly? Oh, it could find people's LinkedIn, specifically find their position and the company they work with and their name and their lead and their seniority and their emails and everything about them so that you could email them specifically. Oh, cool. What nice tech. Now, if I were starting up my own agency focused on making people crazy Nano Banana ads or marketing or image ads, etc., I would go to Exa, websets.exa.ai. This isn't sponsored, by the way, but if they do want to sponsor me, that'll be sick. I would go to Exa and I would say that I am looking for, and let's say I'm in LA, right? So like, let's say I'm looking for creative agencies in LA, specifically people in positions of, specifically people who make business decisions in those agencies. The site is called Exa Websites. I just put it in chat. So it's exa.ai. So I'm prompting that. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Is it here? Oh. I am prompting that I'm looking for creative, let's say marketing. Let's just say marketing. I'm looking for marketing agencies in LA, specifically people who make business decisions in those agencies. I'm looking for their emails. All right. Simple prompt. So now what Exa Websets is doing is it is grabbing my prompt where I'm looking for marketing agencies in LA. A lot of these people are on LinkedIn, right? Specifically, right? They're based in Los Angeles, and I'm looking for people that currently hold a decision-making position, C-level, VP, director, or equivalent at a marketing agency. So just cut through all the bullshit. I want people who actually make business decisions of their marketing agency. And I want their work email, specifically. Now, why this works, oops, let me log in real quick. So why this works is because all of these people that you could pitch to and you could email are already on LinkedIn. These are all public profiles with their public emails and their public businesses. So now, with this AI, that's so fucking crazy. It blows my mind every single time, bro. Wow. Okay, so so now what it's doing is this AI agent is currently scraping LinkedIn for me. It's looking for marketing agencies in LA. So it's finding all of these marketing companies that currently exist in LA. It's finding their job titles of the people who work for these companies. And it's getting me their emails. Oh, isn't that fucking fantastic, bro? Like, I could go on his LinkedIn and we could see what they work with. Oh, Weston and Mason is running a marketing campaign for the Nationals. Oh, look at this. Wait, so this guy runs a marketing agent. I just clicked on a random profile. I'm freestyling all of this right now, but I hope you guys are following along because this is very important. So I just clicked on this random LinkedIn. And look at this. They have a Weston/Maston's marketing campaign for the NAHB Nationals is in full swing. Does that image look that good to you guys for marketing? No offense to this person, but like let's be real. I'm like actually asking you guys in chat. Does that look like a good image for marketing? Would you like scroll on your timeline and see an image like that and be like, oh my god, wow, I want to go to this event? He said no, bro. Wait, what do you guys? Looks like 5th grade web design class. Okay. So, okay. Someone in chat just said it looks like shit. Their words, not mine. Now what I'm gonna do is I would do something simple. Like I would save this image. And you know what? This isn't even a Nano Banana thing at this point. This could be like a ChatGPT image. So this is what we're gonna do now. You're gonna grab this image of this guy, right? Because what was one of the points that I just said here? And so okay, so we figured out where to find these people, right? So Exa Websets gave me a list of 25 people that match exactly what I'm looking for. They're marketing people that run a creative agency or run a marketing agency, specifically in LA, right? With their URLs and their emails, so I could just email these people. Now we clicked on one randomly and we found that this is how they are marketing. And they're doing marketing they're running a marketing campaign for the Nationals. I don't know what the Nationals is, but that sounds like a big deal. Like, what is this? National Association of Home Builders. Okay, so these people are running a marketing campaign. This is a fucking big event, bro. They're running a marketing campaign for the... We don't judge. We help. And that's how we make money. So this seems like a big event. This marketing agency seems like and again, this is all speculation. I'm just giving you guys a general idea because this follows, right? This applies, this workflow. And again, this is all freestyle. I literally just found this. I'm just like walking you guys through what I would do in this specific process. Okay, these people clearly seem like they are doing a huge event for big people. But as you guys said in chat, this doesn't look that good. how could we now put yourself in this specific mindset? You have, all right, and this is very important, every single person in this Discord right now, you have resources that they want. Okay, I want you to drill that mindset in your head. I have resources that people want. I have knowledge that people want. I have things that people want that people will pay me for. Because if you don't know your worth, you're not going to be confident when you approach these people. You literally gotta like, bro, these people are willing to pay. Like, they have money. There's a lot of money in this world. These people are willing to pay you. They're not willing to pay a bitch. Okay, they want to pay someone that has resources and know the resources you have. So drill that mindset in your head just real quick. I have resources that these people want. Cool. Now that we're past that point, let's actually show them that we do have the resources that they want. Okay, they have these resources. Very cool. Now, how could we improve this with a little bit of creativity? Right? How could we improve this? So this is the goal. Okay, let's draw a plan real quick to just kind of like walk through what I would do in this case. So the context is, we found a marketing agency. I don't know why this text is so big. We found a marketing agency. We found a marketing agency that is running a campaign for, what is this, the Nationals? National Association of Home Builders, right? So just to like kind of lay out what we have right now. Also, this Discord is the mentorship, by the way. If you're in this Discord, like, you just feel free to ask me questions, like, I swear. We found a marketing agency. Also, is Luffy in here? Okay, good, Luffy is in here. So we found a marketing agency that is running a campaign for the National Associations of Home Builders. Like, this looks pretty crazy. Like, damn. That's the same. Also, there's a specific word. Any marketers in here that could help me? Because, like, I do marketing, but I'm like, I do Gen Z Zoomer marketing where I kind of just shit post and I get people's attention. But there's like other ways to do marketing. And there's like, what is it called? CTAs, CPAs? Is it CPA? Hold on. What is a CPA? So this is also why we have ChatGPT on the side. Okay, no, I'm not looking for. What am I looking for? What is that marketing term where people pay because they want to see certain percentage or numbers go up from a marketing campaign? Vanity metrics? No, it's not vanity metrics. It's something else. ROI, return of interest. Is it ROI? Explain ROI in marketing terms. How much revenue or profit a campaign generates compared to how much it costs to run. Ah, okay. This is good. Because people like numbers. So, because I'm trying to think, how would we approach these people, right? So again, if anybody's a marketer in the chat, you can help with the wording here. If not, I'll kind of figure it out. But you said CPAs, taxes. Okay, so kind of the general idea is that, okay, we're looking for ROI. I'm looking for performance marketing. What is, okay? Let's quickly look into like performance. What is? Also, for everyone on stream, I'm just like in the chat. We got 22 people in here, by the way. What's up, y'all? Okay, this is what I meant. This is the CPA I meant. I was like, I know there's a CPA, cost per acquisition / action. Okay. In terms of that, now I guess the general thing is like all of these words, like you can look into, again, ChatGPT deep research to get like the psychology and get the wording and understand how marketing works and why people pay for marketing. The general gist I'm trying to explain here is that we want to show people that we will greatly reduce their cost it takes to market a campaign. We want to show them how much time we are going to save and how much quality we are going to bring them when we're running their campaigns. Because again, we're doing cold pitches, so we're doing cold outreach. So just again, refreshing what we did, we discovered like how we find people to pitch to. So this is how we like make money. And again, this is just like one specific branch of how you could use this to make money. Like if you wanted to make a guaranteed like couple $1,000s a month, $5,000, $10,000. I don't know. You could charge kind of high. I'm really bad at charging people. So like, I'm not the person to ask, but like I've seen people charge and pay for outrageous things for mid work, which makes me question how much I'm worth. And I'm like, I'm really underselling myself, and I probably am. Regardless, like you could make a crazy agency yourself off this. So this is path one. There's like a bunch of different process. Hold on, let me write this down, just so we can get into it. This is being recorded, yes. So it's like passive making money. So it's like you could create your own agency, and this is what I did. So it's like I created my own agency, and really I only created my own agency because I posted, right? So like my background comes already from doing viral marketing, so I could sell out crypto projects, but I wanted to move out the crypto space because I saw AI and fell in love with AI and development. It's just like, oh, there's just so much more here than crypto. But it's like, so this is how you can make your own agency, and like the whole process we're doing here is the process of making your own agency, right? So it's like you could create your own agency. Another thing you could do is create a product. So you could create a software as a service. So create a SaaS product that uses Nano Banana. So it's like, it's funny because the agency path is kind of similar. So let's say this whole process that we're showcasing, there's like some pain in the asses where it's like, okay, I gotta go to ChatGPT and I want to like enhance this guy's image, and then I want to automate his email marketing and all of that. So it's like very important is like start marking down pain points. Can you digital dropship Etsy products with Nano? You could do it. If you could digital dropship Etsy products in general, then you could do it with Nano. The whole point of Nano Banana is it's just a tool to like greatly enhance your output of doing this. And just like using AI in general is an insane tool to automate this process. Like, bro, I just showed y'all in 5 seconds using Exa websets. I was able to find, like, where's my Exa website? Where'd it go? I was able to find 25 people to pitch to in a prompt, bro. You know how much time this saves? I asked a question regarding how someone is creating a content style. I think it's a vibe. I don't really have, like, I have my own content style. It's like whatever aesthetic clicks to you. Anyways, to not get too off product. So it's like you create your own agency, create a SaaS product that uses Nano Banana. Go viral, spamming TikToks. And like all of these kind of connect, so it's like a little difficult because AI is so general, but I'm just like bullet pointing. So you can create your own agency, you can create a SaaS product that uses Nano Banana that you could sell to these own agencies that help legacy businesses. So it's like you can create a SaaS product that then helps these people, and these people are helping these people, right? So bear with me because this all connects. You could also go viral spamming TikToks. So there's this product called Real Farm, which is automated TikTok marketing, right? So it's like, okay, this is another big thing is so this is Real Farm. Okay, this is another like insane thing on the side. And sorry, I'm going mad ADHD because my brain is going burr because I know I'm cooking right now. But this is a site called Real.farm. What Real Farm is it allows you to create automated AI TikTok videos to automate marketing and drive traffic to businesses, yes? We could see some examples where all of these are generated. These are TikTok slideshow images. How to play with someone's mind. If someone is crying, do you want some sand? Confusion. Like, bro, this is teaching people how to gaslight and selling them a book. But these are videos that went mega viral on TikTok that were created using this site. Took a screenshot of the scene and prompted an outside in ChatGPT. Oh, this is okay. Oh shit, Sabo, this is crazy, Jay. I didn't even get to this part of the class yet. Damn. He went. Okay, he's teaching the cloud. Right? Student becomes a master real quick. So like, let me get to that actually. To say. So point is, there's a lot of possibilities here to make money. And I'm barely scratching the surface of it. I just hope to prompt you guys with ideas on how like you could make money using this in the first place. So going back to this is okay. We're taking the age. We're hitting people up. We're creating an agency that helps legacy businesses. I would consider these marketing people legacy business. We found a marketing agency that is running a campaign for the National Association of Home Builders that is selling a CTA and running a marketing campaign to get people to enter the Nationals campaign here. Now we found different things we could help them with. Like we didn't really like. Where'd it go? Mason. So like we didn't like this. We were like, this looks bad. Now what a student just did in chat is literally remake this. Like this is so much better. And this is like, keep in mind, this is like 5 seconds. I know people watching the video after might have opinions where it's like, that's not that good. I mean, just first off, in comparison, just off rip, with a simple prompt, improving this in 5 seconds. 5 seconds, the quality, bro. Like I would look at this and I'm like, this is dog shit. If I look at this, I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. And of course you could prompt it. Now what this student did is use ChatGPT and then use a JSON prompt to bring this ad to life. So right, so this is crazy. So I'm like, if I wanted to do the same thing, I'll go to ChatGPT or go to Nano Banana. Actually, I would probably use ChatGPT image for this in this case for generating the image. Let's try both. Why not try both? And then he used this JSON prompt, which is crazy. So to get into the actual part of the class where I was talking about expert JSON prompting, which is kind of like the finale of the class. Oh, we forgot the VO3 part. That's fine. We'll handle all of these. Okay, so we're gonna hit combining Nano Banana with VO3 and expert JSON prompting right now. Okay. So real quick, what I'm gonna do. So we found this, and we found a cool JSON prompt that turned this into an event poster ad. Now on Twitter, so a very large resource I would constantly use. Let me put you guys back on my other monitor real quick. Analyze this image and generate a prompt in JSON to modernize this ad. Oh, that is a good prompt. So creating ads with JSON. So X is a very powerful. Oh, look at that. 100. Comment me so you could DM. Oh, you're so gay for that, bro. Fuck off. Anyways. So X is a very powerful resource. Right? So we want to create ads for JSON. Also, I dislike this guy because you have to comment and that's just a waste of time. I thought it was a free resource. Anyways. You gotta create ads. Oh, I'm on DND. You just bypass my DND, bro. Anyways, so X is a very powerful resource where in this case, we are searching up how to create ads with JSON. So we're going to look through the different ads that people have made with prompting so we could replicate them and take the prompt. So this is an ad that someone made. And these ads are very important because a lot of people like actually pay for advertisements. So this would be an ad that is shown, but like this one is kind of, I'm not really rocking with it. This is an ad in VO that took a luxury Louis Vuitton and turned it into this ad. So this is a cool VO prompt. So we're going to come back to this because this is neat. What I'm looking for specifically is I'm looking for an ad reference. If you have Gemini, there's like specific free prompts. Oh, like these are clean. I like this. This is that shit I'm looking for. Okay. So first, what I'm doing is I'm just gonna take some resources that I really like. So I'm looking at this resource, JSON prompt, and this is a Rolex ad on Reddit. And I don't know if you guys could see the vision that I see right now with combining this with this, right? I don't know. Can you guys see what I'm kind of seeing? So we're gonna try to bring that to life. Yeah, there's a creative vision. So I like this. You see the vision? Okay. So this guy shared the prompt, which is cool. So this is for the video prompt. The first thing we want to do is we want to create a high quality image similar to this, right? We want to VO prompt it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create this base image, right? A base image. I would say like a more simple base image. So like I don't want the text here. I would just want enter the nationals. So I think it should just be super simple where we have like the trophy and then we have the text that says the nationals, right? And then February 17. And then the image transforms into like another, or like the trophy, I don't know, explodes or some shit. And then shows all the information at the end, and then we pause it at the end. So that's kind of the vision I have for this right now. And we're going to use a mixture of ChatGPT. Did I just put this in? We're gonna use a mixture of ChatGPT as well as Nano Banana, and then finally Flow. So again, just to walk through the process real quick. We can have the dot fast come up. Maybe. That seems cool. Let's try this first. So I want to generate, we're going to generate 2 images with ChatGPT. So I'm going to go. And like, let's just, oh, I found this. Is this from the Nationals? Oh my goat. Oh my goat. Okay, someone in Discord, shout out. Wait, this is great. This is highly engaging class. So someone in Discord found this. This is the original resource from the Nationals directly. All right, so this is sick. So there's 2 things I could do. I could put this in ChatGPT. And we don't even need, so I would prefer JSON prompting specifically for videos. JSON prompting is very good for videos. It's not as important. Like if you could just word your sentence good, it's not as important for videos, but this is still good. In this case, I do want to show JSON prompting for the image regardless. So let's see. First, I'm gonna ask. So we are. Isn't it really good for marketing assets and making things hyper specific? Yes. There was one thing here that I wanted to see. Let me see. What was it? Okay, it was this. Oh, like see, I want. Okay, we want something like this. So okay, I see the workflow now. I see the workflow now. This is high. Is this Manscaped? What is this? Precia? Is this like a real? Is that a real brand? Oh, that shit doesn't even exist. Oh, it does. Okay. Okay. So this is what we're finna do. This tweet is talking about that you could create a brand kit JSON profile and generate branding ideas for your product in 4.0. Extract the key branding elements from this brand and store them in a JSON brand kit profile. It shouldn't mention specific details about the brands. We're gonna take this prompt. I'm gonna send you guys this tweet. I'm gonna send you guys this site I just found for these assets. So we're gonna be doing something here I like to call borrowing inspiration. To borrow inspiration and turn it into a repeatable JSON prompt that we could use for everything in the future, I'm going to take all of these images. All right, so we're going to take this first image as a reference. I'm going to take this image as a reference. I'm going to take this image as a reference. I'm going to take this image as a reference. And I'm going to take this image as a reference. And this image as a reference. All right, I think that's good enough. I guess a general idea. Now let's just take this prompt exactly. So we're gonna say to extract the key. Can someone help me? Hey, one sec. Sorry, we're going super meta. Return to me the prompt only from this image. So I'm using ChatGPT to extract the text from here because I can't copy it from my Mac right now. Okay, cool. We got the prompt here. So extract the key branding elements. Now in the ChatGPT tab that I had with all the images in it, right? I'm gonna say extract key branding elements from this brand and store them in the JSON brand kit profile. It shouldn't mention specific details about the brand, such as name, how the bottle looks, how the packaging looks, what color scheme it follows act. The intention of this brand kit profile is to be able to replicate the aesthetic slash vibe for other products. It should store details such as product placement, lighting, texture, the packaging style, and instructions on how to replicate it for any product. The creative type of shots that are possible, the JSON should specify to take inspiration from this 1-to-1. Also, I just realized my chat on stream hasn't been working this whole time. I just refreshed it. So if anyone's on stream and you have been typing, I'm so sorry. I did not see it. Now I do. Anyways, so now we're gonna take this JSON prompt, brand style, and yeah, it should return to us the vibe of the product. Here's a structured JSON brand kit profile that captures the aesthetic. Yes. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful prompt. Look at this. And then I'll show you guys what we can do right after. So now we are getting into the, sorry, forget what I said about not using JSON for images. I take that back. So now we're going into expert JSON prompting, and then we're gonna combine it. So let's switch the order of this real quick. Sorry, so let's do this. We're gonna do this, okay? Expert JSON prompting first. So what ChatGPT is doing for us here is we now have a JSON brand kit profile that follows this aesthetic to make really good marketing. I'm gonna copy this brand kit. I'm gonna go to another ChatGPT chat. I'm going to take the asset of the trophy of the nationals that someone found for us in the chat. So shout out Garcia. Right, I'm gonna take this. We're gonna paste this into the ChatGPT prompt right here. Boom. I'm gonna grab the brand kit JSON that this other chat just made for us. So I like something called markdown formatting. This is just an easy way to organize and like separate your prompts. Really just hashtags. So like hashtags and then explain like the header. So this is the JSON example, and then paste that in. And then below this, I'm gonna write user instructions. So I might paste this as an example. Let's take this and paste it as an example. So I'm just gonna kind of freestyle and like write out what I want. We are making a professional, sleek ad using the Nationals brand trophy in image reference number 1. Use this JSON brand kit. Now replicate the specific packaging or product form. Wait, hold on. I just realized this guy did something dumb. Oh, I used instant. Hold on. Very quickly, I'm just gonna redo this. Just because I was on ChatGPT 5 instant, and I want to use thinking mode because thinking mode is just better. What I just caught is it says do not copy, do not replicate specific packaging. It just took our prompt, which was kind of stupid of it, but it's because I was using the stupid model. So I'm gonna just like redo this prompt real quick. Same concept still applies, just different model. Also, Claude might do a good job at extracting the JSON. I don't know, there's a lot. Claude is a very creative model. So let me take all of these again. Copy the exact same prompt, but just make sure the model is in thinking mode. And then I want to try it. So not this one. So that might take a minute to think. While that's thinking, I'm gonna just try the same thing in Claude. You don't need Claude, or it's either one or the other. I'm just doing them with both because I want to see which one is better while I'm at it. I usually use Claude for prompting the image or like getting the JSON, and then ChatGPT for the image gen. So while we are, I do need an additional screen. Well, I have an additional screen, but you guys are on it. So, okay, so while we're getting the corrected JSON prompt, we're gonna continue. So I'll just like leave that blank for now. We are making professional sleek ad using the Nationals brand trophy and image reference number 1. Use the JSON brand kits to return to us a JSON text prompt we can use to pass to an image generator to create a high quality image. Okay, so a couple important things I do that I want to make sure I point out here is every time I am using AI, every time I'm using ChatGPT or using Claude or using an LLM to generate the text for us, I always specify that we are passing in. I always specify that I want you to make us a JSON text prompt that we could use to pass to an image generator. Usually this wording is enough, or if I just explain, hey, I need you to give me a text prompt to put into an image generator, it triggers something that allows the model to understand, okay, we're making a image gen prompt specifically, and it does a really good job at it. So in this case, use the JSON brand kits. Now I'm gonna put vision. So I'm gonna just kind of like jot down like the vision I have in my head. The trophy is featured in the foreground of an exquisite, that's what I'm looking for. The trophy is featured in the foreground of an exquisite black background with a spotlight on it. There are golden elements. Nah, let's keep it black with the trophy. Sorry, you're late for class. Don't worry, you're here at the best part. No worries. Just put your tardy slip on my desk, please, so I could give it to the office. The trophy is featured in the foreground of an exquisite black background with a spotlight on it. And we want the text. So we want text that says the Nationals. We want text on top that says the Nationals. We want subtext below that that says National Association of Home Builders. I love how I'm just using a random ass National Association of Home Builders. National Association of Home Builders. And then we want subtext somewhere in the image. Let's keep it okay. Let's keep this first one simple. And then we should now have the... See, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful JSON return. Yes. What did ChatGPT return to us? This is also pretty good. Let's try ChatGPT's. So I'm going to take the proper JSON prompt and put it here. And then, oops. Okay, so that's the vision. Oh, I don't know why I deleted that. So we want subtext below, trophies featured in the background. I'm also gonna write, I gave an example of the brand element trophy and a not so good ad that I want to improve. So now with these, so we gave it reference elements of a trophy image and reference image of the national ad that we are improving. And then we gave it the JSON example of the brand kit that we extracted from these images. So we really like how these images look. All right, boom, boom, boom. We got a brand kit, put that into the example. Now, is the brand kit? Oh, it's because I'm using instant. Why is instant so dumb? That's so crazy. How do I redo this? Try again with the model thinking mode. Sorry, don't use GPT-5 instant like ever. Also, again, I'm going to try this with Claude just so we could live see which one's better. Very important to see which model does better for these use cases. Might be Claude. So I'm going to just copy this. And copy this. And then recopy my prompt. And then paste it in. Now we're using thinking models, so it might take a second. Okay, this is what exactly. This is what we wanted. And whatever that first prompt was not good. So just as Claude finished first, let's try Claude. So based on the brand kit's minimal cinematic premium aesthetic and your vision for the ad, here is a JSON prompt optimized for high quality image generation. So what I really like about these JSON prompts is that we get the main prompt, right? Which is used to generate the actual image itself, showing the trophy, etc. But what's really important is the JSON prompt allows us to specify important elements like text. So we have primary text that says the nationals in this style, and then we have secondary text that says this in this style. So that is the most important part I would say JSON gives us, both in image generation as well as in video generation. So now I'm going to copy this, and then let me find another tab. I'm going to copy that. We're going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to just put it on auto, I guess. And then we're going to click create image. We are going to post in this image prompt as well as the image of the trophy as a brand reference. So we want this. I'm going to save this just to have it. Now, because this is also a Nano Banana class, and we are still going to use Nano Banana in this process, I just want to see how good Nano Banana would be at generating the same thing with the same prompt. Just so we could kind of compare the different image models. But generating the image is not Nano Banana's main responsibility here. Nano Banana's main responsibility here is to create the ending image for us. Then we're going to take the beginning image as well as the end image and put it into Flow. I'm just clearing up my 1000 tabs real quick. So give me 1 second. You're going to keep this guy up. You're going to keep the extra gala draw up. We're going to close this. We're going to close this. Close this, close this, close this. Okay. Also, I just realized I didn't put a ratio. Let me do another gen where I put the ratio. Oops. Because I don't want a vertical image. I want a widescreen 16:9 ratio. So we're going to specify that we want a widescreen 16:9 ratio image. Right here at the bottom. So I'm just put create a 16:9 widescreen image. I feel like Nano Banana is not that good at generating the base image, but it's really good at altering images. So that's what we're going to classify Nano Banana here. Nano Banana is amazing at altering images. Maybe let me try it again. 16:9 widescreen image. Let's try this maybe. Oh, the 16:9 widescreen image. Use the original elements as a use original image as an elements reference, but creates a completely new image for us. Did it not do so good because it uses as a reference? I feel like it's because it uses as a reference. Like it used this image as a reference rather than make a new image. Just It's just all right, just offer. Or not, we're not done yet, by the way. We're not done yet, but I just wanna bring up the original image that again we are working on improving. Right? Just like this is our reference image. Right? Fantastic. You need to have the example in the aspect ratio. Oh, so I need. Oh, I see. Okay, so you guys are saying that Nano Banana is not good at altering the image aspect ratio because it's always going to use the input aspect ratio. So I need an image of the example ratio that I. Oh, fuck, that's about to slap. Oh. But see how it fucked this part up? So this is the part that I like Nano Banana for because people are gonna be really fucking picky with stuff like this. Like it says the Nash and Nags. And kind of like altered it. Alright, this one. I'm so annoyed because this image is like perfect aesthetic wise, but then like this one has a fixed fucking image. Also these by itself are clean. So it's like, okay, we want stationary images real quick, and I want to add more details to this specific image. This is what I was using. This is what I would use Nano Banana for. I'd go back to the Nano Banana, and then I would put in this image, and then we were just missing, like, let's say we're missing some information. So we want to make a stationary image, right? Let's make a couple of examples plus a video. We are missing stuff like, this ad is missing information in the exact aesthetic of this ad. Please add the following text. Go to Canva, start a project in the aspect ratio, and overlay the reference. Ah, okay, I see. We'll look into that right now. Now we want to add the text. Apply now through October 6th. February 17, Orlando, Florida. February 17, Orlando, Florida. TheNationals.com. Now all of these is probably important for the copy. I want to try this. This tool helps with a bit more targeted editing. You can pick spot and do some. What is this? Did you make this? Oh, this is good. No, but you can vibe codes to add features. Ah, okay, I see. So kind of going back with the original image is I like this kind of widescreen-esque effect. Now, kind of what I'm trying to do. Retouch. Oh, so does it like generate an image and then put it to the thing and then add the text? I see. Okay, that's cool. So let me regain my thought process here real quick. So we have a good looking image. And we want it to end in text. And we have this image. If we wanted to add all this text, would it look good? Let me try this. So what I'm gonna try right now is I'm gonna go back to the original JSON prompt and then add these texts. How precise can ChatGPT be with the original image style? Add these texts to February 17, Orlando, Florida. Apply now through October 16, the national. Text 2. Aspect rate. When editing, Gemini 2.5 Flash generally preserves the input image aspect. If you upload multiple images with different aspect ratios, the model will adopt the aspect ratio of the last image provided. So if we go to Canva, like you said, and then generate a blank landscape, and I guess just make it black. Oh, video template, what the hell? So we would create a just blank presentation. The workaround we need to implement is add the trophy into an aspect ratio, then add font via LLM. Would it work if we just take this blank as a picture? Sorry, let me try, I guess, the YouTube thumbnail ratio. I don't know why this is messing up. Blank YouTube thumbnail. Export as PNG. It's not letting me download it because it wants a text. Okay, let's just add a black shape then, since we have a black element. Can I download this now? Thank you. So you said it takes the last image. Let's try this. Put the image in, put the black. So I'm trying to do two things here right now. I'm trying to generate the beginning reference image and the end reference image so that we could go into VO3 with a JSON prompt following this kind of aesthetic we found and create. Where'd the Rolex one go? Did I link the Rolex thing in chat? Oh, okay, it's right here. So I want to generate something like this for the Nationals that ends in like a cool banner display. So if we get this, and I just want to take the original image we had and put it into the widescreen, keep the exquisite black background and highlights. In the exact fonts of reference image 1, add this text. Okay, so we're trying this. This is what chat said. If we take the original, if we make the last photo the aspect ratio we want with the example elements, then it should. It did not do that. Damn. What if I take this? Small, did I do something wrong here? You gotta mess with it for a bit to get exactly what you want. It is a fun process. There's a lot of trial and error. We're doing live trial and error right now. We're almost through the first half. Well, I mean, we're almost done completely. Sorry, I'm just going through chat and reading everything real quick. What is Hyper Studios? Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna take this original reference. So let's try this new chat. Yeah. We fuck with the widescreen. I want to create the ending frame of a video. This image reference is frame 1. I want to create the last frame of the video, which looks like is a golden coin in the exact aesthetic, which is a full screen close-up of a golden coin in the exact aesthetic. All right, this is the image I have. What if we take this little trophy thing, and then we have Vio generate us like a roundabout, like it like goes around the trophy to the back of the coin, and then zooms in on the coin, and then it has all the details on the coin. That's kind of what I have envisioned right now. I want to create the last frame of the video, which is a full screen close up of the back of the golden coin in the exact aesthetic. The coin will have this information, and we want it to have the information of February 17, Orlando, Florida. Apply now through October 6th, thenationals.com. So much alpha in these classes. Huge love for taking time to teach and share with us. Can't wait for more. Can't wait for it. Of course, we'll be doing this every Wednesday now. The class is not over yet. We're still going. Usually these are about, and you're welcome. I'm happy you guys came. Thank you for coming. Usually these classes are about 2 hours, but we're not done. So it's not. Oh, Google Nano Cooketh. So this is sick. Okay, now we're in the part with the okay, so we kind of got like expert Jason prompting out the way. You guys saw how exquisite those gens were. So now we're combining Nano Banana with VO3. And this is what I mean by combining Nano Banana with VO3 is you guys have seen VO3. I assume you guys know how good VO3 is. If you don't know what VO3 is, for reference, these are the VO3 gens. Just so you can
Began
see.
with clay, ledgers etched in stone.
Like this is all AI
Then
generated.
came coins counted by hand, along with tools to track the trade. Then spreadsheets. So many spreadsheets. This brings us to modern day, where little worker bees still track expenses manually. But now there's RAM.
That's a crazy AI ad, first off.
Controls, automated expense reports, and real-time.
That is cool. VO3 can take a series of text instructions. Oh, I remember this. VO3 could take a series. So first off, what VO3 is it is Google's video model, which is just badonkers. Oh, that's my post. But it could take crazy things like generate audio, generate high quality videos. It is just the world's best video model. Without a doubt, it is the world's best video model. Now the process I'm going to show you, you could do with other video models that exist, like Kling. This one was crazy because it takes a frame, cat shows up here, cat jumps on panther, cat and panther leave here. So this is a world model. It's just capable of following instructions in that style. Just for reference of how good this is. So again, you come to like creative agencies or marketing agencies with tech like this that they don't know about, like, bro. Anyways, so what I liked here, what's really cool about Google Flow is that if you do want to use VO3, all right, so I have a Google subscription, but they have a VO3 fast model, which is, I would say, like 50 cents a gen. Not saying it's super cheap, but when you're approaching these people, you shouldn't be paying for your own inference anyways. They should be paying for you. I don't know like the price. I know like VO3 quality is probably like how much is it? A couple bucks a gen. There are other free models out there, like, or I guess other cheaper models out there like Kling. Oh, they have a student plan, 1 year offer. Oh, cool. If you guys are a student, then you can get a deal and a discount on it. There's a free pro plan for students. Whew. Whew. Okay. That's sick. If you guys are a student, apply for this pro plan. That is insane alpha. Okay, so just to like focus on VIA, because I want to focus on like the Google Family class, just saying there are other cheaper options to play with. But again, we're making money off of this. They should be paying for the inference anyways. To proceed, now what's really cool about Flow is that they have two things. They have either ingredients to video, where you can generate a video with text ingredients, or they have frames to video, where you can put in frame number 1 and then get frame number 2. And what happens is frame number 1 is the first frame of the video, and the video will transition into frame number 2. So this is our frame number 1. This method is super easy. Open this link, remove payment methods. If international, turn on a VPN. Open your browser in incognito mode. Yo, alpha! So in chat, a student just put a way to get Google student mode. Oh my, insane alpha. Okay. So I had this vision of, okay, I think it would be cool if this starts at the first frame. I don't really know what happened. No, that was a great interruption. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. So in the first frame of the video, it starts with the trophy and kind of like, you know, going up like this. And then the camera pans around like the trophy and like zooms in on the back of the coin, and the back of the coin has this. Now, this isn't the most readable right now, but just the fact it was able to do this. So I'm gonna save this first image as a reference, because I think it's still cool. It still took like the exact like back of the coin. And that is like what the front of the coin looks like. Make it a full screen on the coin. Make the text very readable. So I saved that image. I just want to do a couple gens to see like how good of something we could do. It's pretty sick. Okay, now, so this is cool for like image number 2, because it doesn't have to just be like one frame and an end frame. We can make this end frame the start frame for like the next 8 seconds of the video, or the next 4 seconds, or whatever. So in this case, I want to zoom in even closer to the coin, because I'm thinking like this 3-step process. So okay, now from that pose / position, okay, now generate a full screen image of the coin, engraving, full screen. We're zooming in more now. Zooming in more now. Yes, this is perfect. Okay. So the workflow that we did and showcase that is really good is just to, again, refresh everybody's minds. The first thing we did is we found an aesthetic we liked, right? Like this minimalistic, premium, clean aesthetic. We then used this prompt to extract a JSON brand kit that we could reuse out of it. Then we gave image examples to another chat of what we're working with, gave it the brand kit aesthetic example, gave it our vision, and explained our instructions in that we wanted to return to us a JSON prompt. Now I accidentally clicked retry, but the model gave us a JSON prompt, which I was then able to use the image as a reference again, paste in the JSON prompt into a new chat, and ask it to create me a high quality marketing image. This part was done with ChatGPT. So boom, we got two very high quality images and aesthetics, especially here for the widescreen. Just in comparison, again, this was our original reference we are working with. Just as a refresher. So now we have this. All right, now we have crazy aesthetics like this. Now that we generated a very good, so I think ChatGPT is very good. ChatGPT or Midjourney, ChatGPT does good at taking the exact ones, but either of those models are really good at generating the initial image. Now we want to create a very cool marketing, like we want to bring it to life now and create something like this. All right, where this is the end frame. So the first frame was Rolex, and then like the end frame is his watch. I wanted to create something similar in this aesthetic, where the first frame is a trophy, and then the end frame is a zoom in on this coin, on the back of the coin, with the call to action text. So that's when we took our original image, went to Google Nano Banana, because Nano Banana is really good depending on the quality of the first reference image. Then I prompted that I want to create the ending frame of the video, the image reference is frame number 1, and I want to create the last frame of the video, which is a full screen close-up of the back of the golden coin in the exact aesthetic with this specific text. February 17, Orlando, Florida. Apply now through October 6, thenationals.com. Asked it to make it a full screen on the coin and make the text very readable. Now it did exactly that. It gave me the back of the coin using the exact same trophy. That is the exact same trophy, but the back of it as a reference with the call to action text in the back, February 17, Orlando, Florida. Apply now through October 16, thenationals.com. What's really cool is it even like engraved the text into the coin, which I find really interesting. And then I just wanted to like even generate a like closer zoom in, so that boom, it looks like this. I might use a closer zoom in, but let's try multiple things. Yes, I like the close zoom in. So this is the power of Nano Banana. You know, like really taking the original reference and like getting different scenes or getting different positions and like perspectives, etc. Now we're gonna take these frames and we are going to go to VO3 and generate something with this. Now we are going to repeat the process of this JSON, but now for a video. I really like Claude's responses, so we're going to go to Claude to do this. I'm going to take the prompt that this guy used and this guy shared on Twitter, because we learned that Twitter is a very good resource for this. I found the Weston Masson video format to compare. First off, crazy fine. Garcia came in clutch again. This is crazy, DD. This is crazy, DD. No, this is fantastic. This is fucking amazing, because you want to be able to like literally have these like side-by-side comparisons too. And then like, you just kind of want to imagine how long something like this might have taken them to make, despite like, this could have taken hours of work, by the way. Like hours of work for this. Bro, this is crazy, DD. But like, this could have taken hours of work. And it's like, I like it. Like, this is cute. But we want, the point is like, we're not like going here. Like, I'm not going to fucking to Beverly Mason, president of, what I find? Weston Mason Marketing, and like shitting on him and like being like, no. Again, you have resources that these people want. We are presenting and cold reaching and emailing them saying, hey, we could drastically improve the quality and the speed of your output for marketing. That is the pitch. That is kind of like what we want to prove. We want to come with receipts, right? We want to come with fucking receipts, and we want to show and explain how fast we made something of this. And we want to explain that we are either A, willing to consult them on this technology, be willing to work with them. And I would assume, right, like they are working with the Nationals homeowners. You know, what is the Nationals? I would assume, right? I would assume that the people running this fucking event have money. I would just assume they have money. Oh, look, that's the thing they use. I would just assume the people running an event like that have some money. Right? It's not crazy to think. And they're charging $200 a fucking table. Yeah, they got some money, bro. They got some money. Anyways, we just want to show that, hey, we could greatly improve the process and speed of the things you can make. And we have the resources and tech to do so. Now, to continue to prove it, I found this JSON prompt on X of this cool Rolly advertisement style. I want to take this. And then I'm going to paste in this example and say this is an example prompt of a JSON of a video generation that we give a text to video model. I'm going to put frame number 1, and then I'm going to put the ending frame number 2. All right, so like it goes from here, the National Association of Home Builders, to 17, which is pretty cool. Okay. This is an example prompt of a JSON video we give the model. And then I'm gonna put example and then vision. The video model we're using is the National Association, February 14. The video model we're using is going to use the first image as frame 1 and the last image as frame 2. The last image is the back of the coin. I envision the camera. I envision first the text disappearing, I guess. Actually, no, I'm just gonna put I envision the camera rotating around the trophy, showcasing the trophy, and then zooming in on the back of the coin, which has this text. Create me a JSON prompt that gens this. Include cool sound effects and music, as this is presented in an award fashion. Show a spotlight and golden elements. Like what? Like they like this element, right? What was that thing you just showed? They had like a little whoosh elements. Include cool sound effects and music, as this is presented in an award fashion. Show a spotlight and golden sparkle elements that dance around the trophy. And again, this is like, it really all depends on your own creativity and what's possible, but we're kind of, there's all experimenting. I'm raw dogging all of this, just FYI. I just want to show you guys what's possible. The camera smoothly transitions from orbit to a forward push. Oh, this is a pretty sick prompt. It says 15 to 8 seconds. Like they're all 8-second gens. Anyways, let's just copy this prompt to see like what a raw first prompt would use. Okay, boom. I upload image 1. And then I want to upload, I gotta wait for that first image to upload. And then I want to upload image number 2, which is the back of the coin. And then type the prompt in the box. Let's get rid of duration. Let's get rid of the music too. I don't really think it does good music. But this feature isn't supported on VO3 quality. What? I've used frame to video before. Wait, does it not do first frame to last frame? Does it only do first frame? What the fuck? Okay. We're going to clean. We're trying to solve. We're trying these different. So I was under the assumption Flow does first to last frame, but not with VO3. I mean, we could try it with VO fast and see. It might be good. I just really thought it would do like first, because it let me do first frame. I didn't know it just, okay. Whatever, we pivot. You could do VO2 fast. That's so weird. Cling is awesome with first last frame. VO2 first frame fast. WAN 2.2 is pretty good on file. Okay. Wow. You can still do the first frame. And it's still generating our first frame here. Wait, where'd it go? I still want to try if we just put in a first frame as reference, because it's still valid here. Okay, I guess. I still have tokens, right? Okay, I guess we're going to do clean. I guess the horse video used clean. I just really thought I used VO because it had a first frame and a last frame, but I guess only last frame worked. So I got catfish. I apologize for that. Anyways. Or save the last frame on VO3 and continue from there. Let's try Cling. Cling could do frame to frame. So Cling is another video model. This is China's equivalent of Google VO3 as for reference. So Cling is China's equivalent of a VO3. And it kind of has sound too. But anyways, I guess I used Cling to make my trailer. So start frame. I want to use this. New start and end frames. Okay, it does support end frames now. Cool. And I want this as an end frame. I think the original prompt, the original JSON prompt still applies. So we'll. My prompt is too long. My prompt is too long up to this point. Let's go back and be like, my prompt was too long here. Also, does this model have sound effects? Seems like it does. My prompt was too long here. Simplify it drastically. Okay, let's just simplify it. I marked where it was too long, so hopefully it makes it way smaller. I'm running into a little road bump here. Damn. Let's try. This. Remove premium only. Okay, so I can only do one gen at a time. Oh, I could literally only do one gen at a time. Okay, I thought I still had premium. I guess I don't. What did Flow generate though? So you can still do first image for the nationals. I don't know if it's gonna listen to the text that we put in the JSON prompt. Let's just see real quick. Wait, that wasn't bad. For just first image, wait. Oh, was this fast? Wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. What model was this? It actually got the text right. Oh, it got the text right. Oh, this is VO2 fat. Hold up, hold up, hold up, boys. There's still something here with the JSON prompt. We're recovering. Like, this is kind of crazy. That was a VO2 fast. I didn't know it could do text like that reliably. So if I take the first frame of the video, and then I just take this, and then we use VO3 quality, and then generate these. And then I want to use VO3 fast just to see how fast does with that same prompt. And then we'll see how these gens go. Kling is generating our frame to frame. So we can kind of see, I guess with this first prompt, you just got to be more creative. I love how I just randomly pivoted so this guy is just complete random marketing agency and just working with it. VO2 is fast, it's just as good, cheaper ingredients, super goated. Oh, it's not bad for VO2. Pretty good. And gen like that. Oh, hi guys, I just saw Twitch chat. Website sucks too though. Shelly would say something like the last frame and video should last X amount of seconds with 20. Yo, how you doing? What's up, y'all? I haven't used JSON prompts, can check it out. What software is this? So, well, there's a lot of software we're using. But this is Kling. This is Kling, so we can do frame to frame. Google Flow is Google's video gen models. Also, if you guys are in Twitch chat, you should come to the Discord, because the Discord is where everyone is at as well and talking. Let me move this to the side. But so we have Kling, which is a frame to frame video thing. We then have Google Flow. Where are the gens I was just queued up? Okay, so we have Google Flow, which is Google's new video model that came out, really only came out a couple months ago. We use ChatGPT and Claude LLMs. We use ChatGPT specifically for generating the images, and we are bringing the images to life with the use of video technology. Okay, so this was VO3 quality. It was so close. It was so, that was so close, actually. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. The audio was fun. I'm gonna save it was so close in terms of the ending. I'm actually so pissed it doesn't have ending frames, bro. It has start frames, but not ending frames. Wait, like, listen to this. I'm gonna download this and send it to you guys. Look. So it made that music, but it fucked up the coin. Maybe one of these doesn't have a fucked up coin. Oh, it looks so good in terms of the effect, though. Oh, okay, wait. We could get lucky. We could get lucky. Almost closer. I mean, no one could always do. You'd always combine. So that's another big thing. You could always, like, we could make this blank, and then, because, like, bro, in their original one, they just did a pop-up. So, like, this is the, where did the thing go? This is still a banger, though. like, this is what they did in theirs, and then they just added the text themselves, and then they literally just, like, added a pop-up like this. Like that. So I would say still, just do first to last with VO2 fast. Okay, let's try VO2 fast. Okay, so we're gonna try VO2 fast, frame to frame. and then add the audio from this one to it. Oh, that's clutch. Okay, so let's try frames to video. So we're gonna take the first frame, and then we're gonna take the last frame. We're gonna use the exact same prompt. Throughout all of this, I've just been using one single prompt. So we're gonna use the original long prompt here. Oh, Kling is done. That wasn't bad for Kling. Like, okay, let's try VO2 fast. I think VO2 fast, based off that example in Discord, could actually look good. So we're gonna paste this in, and there's no music, unfortunately, but so this is frame to frame with VO2 fast, so we can still get the frame, but just kind of like looking at the different qualities. So we just saw this. It's just, bro, it looks so clean with the flash around the trophy. Like, what does this one look like? The Nashinags. Like, that one fucked up the text completely. It was close. So the best way to correct the text is to not use, because, okay, right now, and this is a limitation that is probably going to take, who knows, Google could drop an upgrade tomorrow. Google barely dropped frames like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Is if they did frame. So that's why we're using Nano Banana. We use the Nano Banana so that we could generate the frames and then do frame to frame. So in this case, this was VO2 frame to frame. That's not bad. I don't know why it like just had this. Oh, okay. Wait, VO2 fast, frame to frame is not bad. And then you could like use the audio. Right, okay, that's actually good. Yeah. VO2 fast, frame to frame not bad. I will say that if VO3, once VO3 has frame to frame, which could come out, I would say, honestly, bro, within like the month. I don't see why not. That'll be God tier, and this workflow goes crazy. For now, you got VO2 fast, and then if you want the audio from it for sound design, you could do a VO3 gen. Using the same concept. And then combine the audio. So that's something we could do. But for VO2 fast, it's not bad. And then you just like kind of freeze frame at the end. And then maybe I would do something like this. So I would do a start frame and an end frame because I want the text to last longer. Make the golden coin reflect back subtly. So I would combine two videos. So I just generated this video, right? Boom. I think the second one was the best one. Can you try WAN 2.2 on file? Okay, let's try WAN. WAN 2.2 is an open source video model. Does it have start frame and end frame? I don't know if it... WAN start frame, end frame. WAN 2.2 start frame, end frame. Start frame. Where could we do start frame, end frame? Oh, that's so cool. I love that aesthetic. Do I have to try on a hugging face, I assume? Oh, is this it? Okay, let's try it. So this is the first frame. This is the last frame. This is the last frame. Oh, I didn't prompt it. Shit. I was gonna do a weird prompt. Okay, let's try this prompt and see if that works. Okay, now back to the flow. So we got this first gen, right, which zooms in, but then it cuts abruptly. Then we have a second fast gen we did, which is literally just fast to fast. Like first frame, end frame is the exact same thing. And it should be a stationary of the coin. But that X is kind of hard to see. This one's stationary. What the fuck? Okay. Alright, that was confusing. Probably something like this, but less intensive would be ideal. And then what I would do is I would take these like two videos. Which one do we like the best here? Until VO3 comes out. This is pretty good. I think this one was pretty good too. I don't want to bother you, but I'm curious, what are you working on right now? Because I just joined. I am currently teaching a class that you could join, Discord in bio on YouTube. We were going through Google's Nano Banana and VO models and how to make money off of it by starting an agency or helping marketing agencies and consulting them on this tech. We found this random guy's LinkedIn. And then we just wanted to see if we could use AI to help improve their marketing, so then we could cold pitch to them. Being like, hey, check this out. This is cool. So you could probably code something like this, but I would go and like new project. Let's call it the Nationals. And then let's just bring, yeah, like these two. And then like the image in. And like really you're just combining? Wait, where's the video? So this is the video. Yes. And this is a video. So I would take video number 1, which is, and then I would just combine it with video number 2, and it should like fit because it's the exact same end frame model. So like, I don't know why it lagged right there, but something like that. As just like a rough draft, you would combine the two with something like that, and then we would take, I would take the audio from the VO3 gen quality. Ta-da! Or even just use 11 Labs to generate sound effects. Oh, there's a frame extension part from this one? Wait, can you extend frame with this? Maybe not. Hold on. Add to scene. Is it added to scene? Ah, okay. So we add it to scene. We get the end. And then we extend the scene. Oh, but it doesn't let us do a frame. Keep the text still. Keep the camera focused on the text on the coin, so it's easy to read. Try that. Multiple ways you could do. Also, if you did want to generate sound for fast for now, 11 Labs has, and I know you can't hear audio right now. Oh, what's up, Menace? So I know you can't hear audio right now. That's a crazy idea, bro. That is what we do, my good sir. Oh. So 11 Labs has crazy sound effects now, and you could have duration as long as 30 seconds. So I have a video here that's like 15 seconds long. So I could be like, celebratory trophy. What sound? Oh, we could take the sound effects that I took here. So these are the sound effects that the original prompt gave to us. I would copy that from the JSON, go into 11 Labs sound effects, and then I would paste it in. And then 11 Labs sound effects will generate us the necessary sound effects that we want. And then we could add it on top of the flow fast to Jets. And now this is all like temporary solution until, when does Google VO3 frame to frame come out? I think maybe sometime soon. Hopefully. Trying to think of something. Because what you could do is you could get the last frame. My money is Hollywood and other courts will lobby against it. I'm pretty sure they already did lobby against it. Anyways, is the sound effect done? Oh, it is. Oh, you can make different sound effects with Google VO3, or with 11 Labs, and then combine them. But that is the general idea. So once you have something like this, I mean, bro, even like if we didn't want to make something as complicated as like the end frame for now, let's say, just like the general tool set and the general creative mind you could have combining all these elements together, like if I go back to flow, even just the first frame. So like generating this first frame, right, of something like this, and then going to Google, and then just generating something like this. Even if we didn't, like, let's say we didn't have text on the back, and we just like had it transition to a black screen. Like that by itself to just showcase, I mean, it's just fucking bonkers already. Anyways, now what I would do to kind of like wrap this up is we went through all of that. We went through first how to find clients to work with using exit websites. We found a client to work with. We found an example thing we wanted to improve. All right. We then took that marketing they were doing. We learned how to create an aesthetic JSON brand kit using examples of ads that we liked. We then used that brand kit to generate and create a text prompt, which we then used to generate a high quality image of exactly what we wanted. We then used that high quality image to generate an animated, well, actually, and the second thing we did is you went to Nano Banana to take the first frame of that image and then generate like second frames and third frames and final frames to get, you know, very precise control of what we're working with. Finally, we went to Google Flow and we tried multiple things. We first generated a regular quality video gen. All right, this one's way cooler. All right, so we have something like this that they would probably fuck with. Just the text at the end is messed up, but you know, with a little bit of creativity, I'm pretty sure you could do a cool overlay. Then we decided, okay, if we did want to try using the start frame and the end frame, then we would go through and combine it with VO2 fast, because VO3 quality unfortunately does not have frame to frame, but it has start frame for some reason. So you gotta work with what you got. But even despite that, this combination of like start frame and end frame, no, not that one. This combination of start frame and end frame is still kind of crazy. And with like video editing magic, you could create crazy advertisements just combined off rip to like figure things out. And again, we made all of this in like what, about an hour of focused work. And like really, once this is like, it's because we're also like learning this, bro. Once you have like the brand kit and you know how to prompt, you know how to do this entire workflow, we could have made that video in less than 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. And this was the original person's, and again, I just picked them randomly. I'm so sorry to at them if they ever find this video. Hit me up for consulting. Anyways, so that was just, all right, the original video that like you're kind of working with, that you want to show them you could improve and you want to show them you could save their time. Now we went through Nano Banana, went through what's possible with Nano Banana. We learned how to make money with it, and we walked through the process of you could either create your own agency, create a SaaS product, or go viral spamming TikToks. We learned how to find people we could pitch to using Extra websites to find marketing agencies in LA for us. We got their LinkedIn and we got their email. Went through the video, explained why they would pay us, because we're saving them time. We have resources and a skill set that they want, and they are willing to pay us to consult them. But people don't even know what's possible. So we got to prove our skill set and show them what's possible with the creations that we just made, explain how fast we made them, and that we could teach them that skill for money. Now you combine all of this, and the last thing I would do is, who's the guy we're working with right now? Beverly Mason. I would then email this person from LinkedIn with a cold pitch, showcasing what I just made him, and ask if he wants to get in a call and explain everything I did and start a business relationship from there. With that, that is the conclusion of the homecoming, the start of class. It is September 3, actually. I gave you guys a summer break. That was summer break. So school is back in session. I hope you guys learned a lot. I also learned a lot. Thank you guys for pitching in chat and everything you guys did. This was awesome, fantastic stream. We'll definitely do more of these. So this will be a weekly basis. If you guys are on the stream, on YouTube, on Twitch, please subscribe. More importantly, join the Discord, because this is where all the magic happens and where it's more interactive. And yeah, all right, that was stream. Enjoy, everybody. We do learn together. That was sick. It's not a cold. Don't take cold.